me 7 years ago that when I started 6th grade, I would be graduating from a private school and a class of 2 people, I would have told you you were crazy. If you would have told me that I would be going to college in Ohio after my previous college shut down, I would have asked why I was going to Ohio and why I didn't get out when God gave me a second chance. If you would have told me I would grow to enjoy going to school and learning, I would have laughed in your face. However, looking back, I wouldn't change a single thing. When COVID hit in 2020 and my 8th grade year was cut short, my social butterfly self thought the world was collapsing. I couldn't see my friends, I couldn't play lacrosse, and my education was severely hindered. I thought I would never be able to get past all of the obstacles in my way. However, that was until I came to Fortis. Being at Fortis has taught me so many things. For one, it has filled my head with a painful amount of knowledge, more than I ever believed myself capable of knowing. While on one hand there were frequent breakdowns due to my overthinking and procrastination, on the other, Fortis has shown me what I am capable of. I have been pushed far beyond my limits I even set for myself, and I have grown a deep love for learning. I know that sounds crazy, since when have you heard of a kid who wants to learn? I know, I thought I was crazy too until I came here. Everyone here has a desire to learn, and it is so refreshing to be in an environment like that. Fortis has taught me that despite my doubts, I have the ability to do amazing things and to push myself. I don't think I could have gone to a school that could better prepare me for college workload. Furthermore, here at Fortis, the teachers truly care for the success of their students. They work to form a close connection with each student, which is something you don't see often in many other schools. It is evident in everything they do that they work diligently to create students who aren't just intellectual, but who are good, godly people. To have had the blessing of being taught by teachers such as these has been such a gift. Although Fortis didn't just teach me what the fundamental theorem of calculus is, or who St. Augustine was, it taught me to have fun. Now I know that sounds cliche, but it really is true. While school and grades are important, and we all found ways to debate with Mr. Perello to get full points on the questions we missed, I was really good at this. I also learned that school isn't everything. There were many times when I was so laser focused on school that I forgot there were other things in life. When I realized it was okay to relax sometimes, and that a good grade isn't the most important thing, I actually did better in school. Whether that was passing around crazy stories at lunch, watching Gilmore Girls with James when we finished our homework, planning a Bible study or girls hang out with Amy, constantly messing with Elijah, or telling Thomas he'd never find my pot of gold when he called me a leprechaun. There was never a dull moment at Fortis. I have learned to cherish those little things, and those are the memories I will look back on when I take these next steps in my life. However, I think the most important thing I have gained from my time at Fortis is my relationship with God. While I was a Christian my whole life, I never truly knew the wonders of God. That was until I met the students and teachers at Fortis. Not only has every class, student, and teacher taught me who God was, but they have shown me what it looks like to surrender yourself to Him. More than ever before, I want to know God. I want to be in His presence, and I want to tell the world of His glory. I could have never imagined how truly incredible it feels to have your heart set on fire for the Lord. I see this passion and desire to know God in every person at Fortis, and I can proudly say that I see it in myself now too. While my friends, teachers, and families have played a huge role in my success, I attribute every bit of my growth to God. I know I wouldn't be here without Him. With that being said, Fortis has taught me to appreciate everything and every person in my life. I have developed so many deep, lifelong friendships here, and I cannot wait to see how God grows every person here. I want to thank every student here for teaching me something different and for showing me it's okay to be myself. When I first got here, I was so nervous. I was so careful not to say anything or do the wrong thing because I was scared to mess up my friendships here. However, the students at Fortis are unlike any others and have loved me for who I am. I also want to thank my teachers for working so hard to help me learn everything I need to succeed in life. Now I know I'm by no means an easy student. I talk a lot, I procrastinate, and I'm absolutely terrible at reading emails. However, with every missed email, every forgotten assignment, and every interruption, they have shown me grace and kept me on track. I love that every teacher at Fortis embodies Christ. When I make a mistake, they tell me, however, they don't scold me for it, but help me fix it so I learn and don't do it again. That to me is what a good teacher is. Not just someone who can give a lecture, but someone who can exhibit what a good disciple of Christ is. Finally, I would like to thank my family. My mom is always there for me when I need to talk. My sister is always around to provide comedic relief. And my dad always keeps me on track, no matter how annoying it gets. This past February, I was hit with the news that the college I had committed to was closing down. Everything I had planned for in my future was ripped away in an instant, and I had hardly any time to fix it. However, my family was there every step of the way. I found a new college home, and I'm even more excited now than I ever was before. This is just one example of the many things I can thank them for. I know I have not been the easiest to raise. However, I don't think anything could have done a better job than raising me. Thank you for loving me even when I fall short, and thank you for teaching me how to love. Because of you, when I look in the mirror, I have learned to love the person I see. Every teenager in their life must struggle to find out who they are. When I came to Fortis, I had no clue who I was, but because of the tireless support of everyone around me, I now know. I'm a student, a daughter, a sister, a friend, an athlete, and an artist. I'm stubborn, sarcastic, determined, generous, and kind. But most importantly, I'm a chosen child of God. If you would have told me 7 years ago that I would be giving a speech at graduation, I would have told you I was too lazy. If you would have told me that I would read the classics and write philosophy papers, I would have told you I had no interest in doing so. If you would have told me that I would have teachers and friends who would uphold and support me in all I do, I would have told you I'm not lucky enough. However, I thank God every day that no one did, because if they didn't, none of it would have happened.